beautiful divine feminines. This is going to be a divine feminine reading specific to the divine feminine for the full moon in Taurus that we have coming up on Friday, October 31st. I decided to break these readings actually up just because this full moon is going to be such a powerful one. I actually wanted to dedicate an entire video to divine feminine and an entire video to divine masculine. So I'm recording divine feminine first. Obviously, be sure to go and check out divine masculine. I will link that at the end of this video just to make it easier for you. Please do understand that these messages and these readings are general, and so everything may not resonate for everyone. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. If you are looking for a more personal experience and you want to really get into your particular story, feel free to check out the information in the description box below, where I list my readings, my prices, and how you can get in contact with me. I'm actually going to be running a special right now for 30% off any reading. It's only for a limited time, and the reason I felt called to do this, frankly, is because as light workers, as twin flames, whatever you are, right? If you fall into this divine feminine or divine masculine collective, I feel like these next 2 months, we're going to need a little bit of extra help. Okay, we've had a challenging year, but I do feel like these next 2 months are really going to be about refining us into who we are supposed to be. And so because of that, I decided to offer a discount on my readings just so that more people have access to this information, because it's necessary, right? It's going to get us to where we want to be. Peace, happiness, union, our businesses, new earth, whatever that thing is for you. Tarot cards can highlight energy. And once you are aware of that energy, you can then work with that energy. So I encourage you all to look at this from that perspective. Look at this reading from that perspective. So without going on too much, let's go ahead and jump into this reading. So up at the top, I have these cards, and I'm going to pull some overall energies, and then we're going to get into the tarot, and we're going to break everything down from overall energy, external energy, what's going on around you, what spiritual lessons are coming in for you, how you feel about divine masculine at this time, and many other things. So let's just get into it. So what is the overall energy for divine feminine with this full moon that's coming in? Tell me about the overall energy for divine feminine with this full moon in Taurus. So we have the curse, which is 14, which breaks down to a 5. These cards are very deep, so I'm going to go ahead and read to you what this means. So number 14. The curse, the essence. So this is the energy of this card. The curse refers to the limiting stories of our ancestors and the karma from former lifetimes that preordains the events of our lives. It is the source of negative patterns, and it can show up as disease, a destructive force, or a blockage on our creative energy. The curse holds us hostage to a false story that we confuse for reality. Recognizing the original wound that is playing out in your life can heal it. I'm going to go on to read the invitation. This is what it's calling for you to do. It's time to recognize the source of your limitations. Did your grandparents live with a mindset of scarcity? Did you inherit genes for heart disease? Were you a slave or a master in a past life? This karmic legacy is ready and waiting to be seen, to be untangled, and to be released, which is what the full moon is all about, right? Honor the players and their stories. Forgive everyone and everything. Craft a new life course for yourself. And now the medicine. So this is more the shadow side of this card, what to be aware of. Be aware of your actions. Act with impeccable intention so as not to create a debt or karma that sooner or later someone has to pay. What you do to others, you also do to yourself and to people who you love the most. Now you have the opportunity to clean it up. So what I feel like, feminines, is this is talking about ancestral curses. You see how this person has, their eyes are wide open, right? but they have this hand around their mouth. So it's like they can't be heard. Divine Feminines, we are love. We are love. Okay? We give love. We are love. Okay? What's been happening recently, I believe, to the collective, or at least what I've been feeling, is you'll be in this super high energy, you'll be feeling great, everything's fantastic, and then literally, out of the blue, you're depressed, you feel hopeless, you feel like shit. You feel like shit. And what I feel like this is that. It is the pain that we harbor in, what Eckhart Tolle calls the pain body. But really, it's ancestral karma, it's patterns, it's conditioning, it's all of that that's been passed down from your parents, your grandparents, and even people in your lineage that you don't even know. Right now, this full moon is calling for the feminine energy to heal that within the collective. Very powerful stance. Please, if you're looking at this, do not look at this in a victim mentality. That right there, that victim mentality. Oh no, I got to do all this stuff. I did all this stuff already. That's a victim mentality. Look at this from a place of power. If you're being called to do this, it's because you can do it. All right, let's see what the starseed message is. All right, for my divine feminine. Wow. A new earth, it's happening. Keep holding the vision. This is, quite frankly, what divine feminine has been charged with right now. You're seeing it everywhere, okay? The ugliness of the earth is sort of just purging, okay? And quite frankly, it's purging through the feminine energy. It's purging through the masculine energy too, but because we are the positive polarity, feminine energy is the positive polarity. Masculine energy is the negative polarity. That doesn't mean that they're negative. You can look at it in a sense of the feminine energy is the subconscious. It's the knowing. The masculine energy is the conscious energy, the conscious energy. I know what y'all are thinking, and I'm not going to say it. But they are the conscious energy, right? Which is the energy of the mind. And so we have the knowing, we have the understanding of the ancestral power, like we have all of that. The masculine energies tend to not really have that understanding. And so because of that, yes, we are being charged to hold space in a world, frankly, that is falling apart. It's almost as though if we don't have faith and we don't have hope, if this collective doesn't hold that within them, I'm almost hearing like we're doomed. So just think about the power in that. So I'm going to read this card, A New Earth. Where are you? Literally the first message, number one, being leaders, right? If you're a number one life path, this is for you. Don't give up now. You're closer than you think. I know it's hard to hold the frequency of a new age when it feels as if so much is crumbling and so many are losing faith. Literally what I just said. If you haven't contacted me to book a reading to get into your personal story, please do so. I'm offering 30% off. It is for a limited time. Let's get back to this. This is your sign that you are facing the right direction. You have a great gift in being able to see the potential of things before they exist. The knowing. Tend to the new seeds. Dream them into existence. Don't lose faith now. Keep your focus fixed. Planting new seeds and bringing about a shift of the ages is no mean feat, meaning it ain't easy. That's why it don't feel easy. It will never feel easy because it's not meant to be easy. It requires extreme trust and a radical vision. If you pull this card, it is a reminder to have faith. You chose to be here, to be part of this global shift. Whether you're bringing it about through prayer and meditation or through working on a new project, job, or creation, keep going. It's happening. Don't give up now. The world needs more dreamers like you, more people with hope in their hearts. The road ahead may not be plain sailing. Ushering in a new age in times of change never is. You're being encouraged to remember that what you've been working towards for so long, divine feminines, is almost here. Don't question yourself now. Don't waver. Dig your devotion deep. For if you do, in the not too distant future, you'll be able to sit back and watch all that you've so carefully planted and nurtured grow and bloom. It's possible. Keep focusing on your dreams. You're closer than you think. It's exactly what I just said. This is what divine feminine's role is at this time. If you are watching this to figure out if your masculine is coming back, forget that. Forget that. Forget it. It's not to say that they're not, but it is to say that this is so much bigger than that. Divine feminines and divine masculines are being called to radically change the world in which we live in. That is not about a relationship. It just isn't. Now, can you all two work together? You know, is there love there? Will you have a relationship? Most definitely, right? And according to the card, you're closer than you think. But as two divine counterparts, you have two divine purposes. And right now, the feminine's purpose is to hold that faith, to believe that all of this can be done. Let's get a final overall message. You see how deep these readings are, and that's exactly why I wanted to do them separately. Wow. We have shifting universes, number 7, and sensual awakening, number 64. I'm not going to grab the book on these. I just feel like, again, this is exactly what we're talking about. Shifting universes, that's what we're doing. Creating a new earth, that's what we're doing. Radically changing the way the world operates. That is what we're doing. Shifting universes. And with this sensual awakening, I feel like this is recognizing the feminine power within you, divine feminine. This is a beautiful message, starting out big. Okay, so now that we've sort of looked at the overall energy, let's look at what's going on in divine feminine's external world. So we have the Justice card popping out. What's going on in divine feminine's external world? Okay. So we have Justice, the 7 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Cups. Bam, bam, bam. It's coming. Matter of fact, the card said it's happening. It's happening. Justice, for the seeds that you have planted, they are happening. 10 of Cups, they are bringing great emotional fulfillment. It is happening. And what that is to say is it's happening energetically. You may not see it outside of you just yet. But if you start putting negative beliefs like, oh, it's not going to happen, I've been doing this for so long, all of that, I've been there, we've been there, we know what it is. If that is the energy that you're carrying, it's only going to push it off even further. Now is the time to, as they say, be 10 toes down in this situation. If you could have did it in the beginning when you didn't know anything, why wouldn't you do it now when you basically know everything? Like, feminine energy, the divine feminine collective right now is at a place of deep, deep knowing. Why would you give up now? Let's look at this Justice card, please. Let's look at this Justice card. Wow. Okay. We're getting the Hangman, followed by the 8 of Wands, followed by the Tower. You know, what I just said, to some people that were watching this video, it could have been a little bit like a Tower moment, where you're actually recognizing what the feminine, divine feminine collective is here to do and what you may have to do at this specific time. But with this Hangman and the 8 of Wands, there's going to be downloads like crazy around this full moon and before this full moon. It's already started for me, I'd say yesterday, like last night, I started feeling this full moon energy coming on. And it may bring some towers, okay? It may bring some things that you absolutely know you must end. It may bring, what I'm more so feeling like is internal towers. I can no longer do this. I can no longer think this way. I'm not going to think this way. This to me feels like epiphanies that's going to lead to this justice. Tell me about the Seven of Pentacles. This is the hard work, Divine Feminine. This is the hard work. We're getting the High Priestess, followed by the Devil, followed by the Six of Pentacles, followed by the Star. Your intuition absolutely 100% knows that the pentacles that the pentacles or the seeds that you planted all along in your entire journey are going to bring you wishes fulfilled. Reciprocal relationships, balanced relationships, and a balanced life is what I'm hearing. And you also understand that as the High Priestess, it is your duty, it is your job, I just heard your privilege to understand this energy and to stay the hell away from it. When you start to feel that depression setting in or that anxiety creeping up on you or whatever that feels like, I can't do this anymore, I don't want this anymore, I can't. Listen, those are the energies that are coming out trying to be purged at this time so that we as a general collective can move forward. The seeds that Divine Feminine has planted and will continue to plant will help eradicate this type of energy. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay. Let's look at the spiritual lessons that are being learned or will be learned around this full moon. What spiritual lessons will be learned around this full moon? After this, we're going to get into the Divine Masculine, how you're feeling about him. And then we're going to close it off. So let's see here. We're getting the Fool. What spiritual lessons? So we have the Fool, followed by the Eight of Cups, followed by the Ace of Cups. Absolutely. It's time to make a leap. Divine Feminines, a lot of times we're like, you know what? All we do is make leaps, right? All we do is trust. All we do is have faith. What could you possibly be wanting me to have faith about now? It's not that they want you to have faith about something different. It's that they want us to recognize what having faith, true faith, is really about. And what it's about is, listen, limiting beliefs may pop up. You got to be there and be ready to shut it down. Recognize that it is part of the illusion. I'm actually creating a series. It drops October 31st. It's called Being. And it specifically breaks down being able to recognize your soul, that's your true self, your consciousness, from your ego, your mind, your limiting beliefs, all the thoughts that say you can't, you won't, you all of that. Those things are not you. Those things are your conditioning. This series seeks to break that down on a very simple level so everyone can understand it. And if you are in a twin flame dynamic, you especially will want to make sure you subscribe and click that notification bell to find out when that series drops. Because I not only talk about the soul and the ego, but I break that down into feminine and masculine energy and how to work with it in a unified sense to create balance and union of self, right? And we all know union of self brings the external union with your partner, okay? So anyway, we have the Fool, the Eight of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. The spiritual lesson here is that it is time. It is absolutely time to jump into whatever it is that you love. It's also time to walk away from whatever doesn't serve you. Thinking that something's not going to work out isn't going to make it work out. It's probably going to make it not work out. So why are we even thinking about that? What does thinking that something sucks or it's not going to work, like what does that actually do for us? Literally nothing. If anything, it pushes away the thing that we want the most. And we're recognizing that love is all there is. Love is your soul. Love is your consciousness. Love is not, I don't think it's going to work out, or he doesn't like me, or he has me blocked. No. That's not love. Those are your thoughts. Divine Feminines, you've done the work. Tell me about this Fool energy, please. Tell me about this Fool energy. Tell me about this Fool energy. Ooh. Card went literally flying across the floor. Okay. So the Fool's getting the Knight of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, and the Nine of Wands. Yes, Divine Feminine is feeling very tired of waiting for this soulmate to come back, quite frankly, okay? We know what it is. We know what time it is, right? We're Divine Feminine. We know. We're feeling tired, whether that's waiting for your own spiritual development, whether that's waiting for a particular person, your counterpart, whatever it is, it feels like it is taking forever, and you felt like you were ready to take a leap for a very long time, but there's a reason it's taking long. It is trying to fundamentally change the way we look at desire, the way we look at we must have this, we need to have this, and we must have it in a particular time. The feminine energy is really beginning to learn how to work with energy and to understand patience. And I know we don't want to hear that, but again, if we take away the I don't feel like waiting and just actually look at it from a more curious, objective perspective, right? What is this waiting going to teach me? There's so many more things that can be learned in the process of waiting rather than just waiting. Let's look at this Eight of Cups. All right. Beautiful. We have the Strength card, followed by the Seven of Swords, self-deception or some sort of a deception, followed by the Ace of Pentacles. This is Divine Feminine looking at the bigger picture. This is Divine Feminine not focusing on all of the crap that perhaps we've gone through, right? With this Curse card. What all the crap maybe your mom went through, all the crap your sisters might have gone through, all the crap your aunts or whoever. This is Divine Feminine walking away from that and saying, I am the co-creator of my life. And the way I do that is by getting rid of the shitty thoughts that aren't helping me or helping anybody else. This is outstanding. Tell me about the Ace of Cups. We got the Seven of Pentacles again, right? Work that you put in. The Page of Pentacles, doing something different or looking at that work differently. The World card, a major cycle completing. We're not here to be martyrs. We are not here to be martyrs, Divine Feminine. If you are looking at yourself as a martyr, you are looking at it all wrong. We are energy is what we are, and we are positive energy is what we are. We're not martyrs. We are not. So let's kind of look at what this full moon will bring about. What changes will this full moon bring about? All those changes though? Dropped out like 15 cards. What changes will this full moon in Taurus bring about for Divine Feminine? We have the Devil, the Seven of Swords, and the Empress. My word. This is an energy of no matter what is happening around me, I am still me. I am still my soul's voice. I am still my soul's purpose. No matter how bad things get. A lot of people are worried about the election. A lot of people are worried about their money. A lot of people are worried about COVID coming back. This is, even if all that is happening, remaining in your Empress energy. That is what the Divine Feminine is being called to recognize. Let's look at this Devil energy, please. Wow. Okay. What came out on the Devil? The King of Cups and the Queen of Cups the Knight of Cups, and the Two of Cups. Are you kidding me? And then the Ten of Swords. This is a specific message for some divine feminines, and this isn't going to be for everybody, but I got to say it. If you feel like you have all this love in your heart for your counterpart, your DM, okay? But yet, maybe he hasn't come back. Maybe it's hit or miss. Maybe y'all aren't in union yet. You feel like you should be. Whatever that looks like. And you are considering ending this, think again. Because this is only the illusion. We all talk about the illusion. We all hear about the illusion. But it is coming up like crazy right now. And it is coming up so that we can process it. Why, if you love somebody this much? Why, if you know what this is? And divine feminines, we know what it is. Why would you give up on that? It's literally what these cards were talking about up here. Don't give up now. Hell no. You can imagine being a foot away from the finish line. Yeah, you're tired. Yeah, you're beat. But could you imagine giving up a foot from the finish line? No, no one would do that. No one would do that. What's the Seven of Swords energy, please? Tell me about the Seven of Swords. All right. We've got the Knight of Swords, followed by the Death card, followed by the Ace of Swords. There's going to be a lot of information coming in, divine feminines, with this full moon. There's going to be, I felt that up here, and I'm feeling it again now. There's going to be a lot of downloads. Some of y'all are probably already feeling it, where you can't sleep, you're having epiphanies. Listen, divine masculine's going through the same thing, if that makes you feel a little bit better, right? But there's going to be a lot of messages coming in around this sort of Seven of Swords, toxic, sort of deceptive energy, the illusion. But again, like I said, it's all coming up. All these messages, all these thoughts, all these epiphanies are happening so that the feminine energy can clear it, okay? So that we can release it with this Death card here. And then tell me about the Empress. Tell me. All right. Again, we have the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. Yes, this is for the feminine, your internal masculine and feminine energy teaming up. A lot of you feel like you're in union already energetically. It is because you are. You've always been in union. This is why some of you may be in friggin' France and your counterpart is in the Bahamas and somehow you met. Right? It's because you were always in union. You were always calling out to one another. You always will call out to one another, right? We are already in union. Energetically. May not be happening in the physical yet, right? But this is the divine feminine teaming up with her internal divine masculine to bring forward the Ace of Wands, this new passionate beginning. This is the determination to do it. This is literally, if you think about it, balancing feminine and masculine energy. Empress energy, going through life with love, being open, right? Apologies, I will not get through one reading without something happening to my camera. It's Mercury retrograde. I can't wait till it's over. Please excuse me. But divine feminine, we have the Ace of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Ace of Swords, High Priestess on the bottom of the deck. All the answers, everything you need is going to be coming to you with this full moon in Taurus that is happening on October 31st. The same day I'm launching my series. I did that on purpose. All the answers you need are coming to you. Every single thing that has been hidden from you is going to come to you, whether that's from somebody telling you, but with the Ace of Wands here and the Ace of Swords, I feel like this is something that the universe is going to give you. And that doesn't mean that it won't still come through a person. But this is something that's coming to you because it is time, because of the seeds that you have planted, because it is owed to you, because it is your destiny. Let's look at this Ace of Wands really quickly. We have the Empress. Why not? The Hierophant. and the Nine of Pentacles. Absolutely. You are going to truly understand what it means to be a divine feminine. And the beauty is, once you get that understanding, you put down a lot of like the resentment and the bitterness and the frustration. You just put it down because you recognize like what is actually happening here. This isn't a man and a woman trying to get into a relationship and somebody's a narcissist and you like, no. This is energy. This is positive and negative energy coming together in the universe. Why? So that we can dispel the notion of duality. This is gorgeous. And let's just look at this Wheel of Fortune really quickly. What do we have for the Wheel of Fortune? I love it. Oh my goodness. We have the Three of Cups, reunion, celebration, followed by the Emperor, divine masculine, or taking control of your life situation, right? If there isn't a divine masculine like in the picture right now. And then the Page of Cups, a new way to love, a new way to do things. And potentially for some of you all, a love offer or maybe even an apology from someone. It's time. It's time. But in order for us to usher it in, we can't be in a negative energy. We just can't. So the last thing I'm going to pull are a couple guidance cards for those divine feminines out there that have stuck with this video this long. Thank you all. Oh my word. Okay. So we have the goddess Kali, endings and beginnings. The old must be released so that the new can enter. It's all we've been talking about this entire time. I just have these moments where like it just hits me. The next card is unconditional love. Divine feminine. This is us. This is who we are. This is what your existence represents in this realm, in this earthly realm, the third dimension, whatever you want to call it. This is what you represent. Love yourself, others, and every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. I hope that this has been helpful for all you DFs out there. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, if you have friends that are also divine feminines or they feel like they're on this journey, please share this video with them. Like this video and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this and my new series coming out, Being, on October 31st. Thanks so much. Until next time, bye-bye.